Hello, soul travelers. What a week it has been. Welcome back to my channel where I share my personal experiences and knowledge I've obtained to help you on your spiritual journey as I continue to grow on mine. And let me tell y'all, this has been 1 week of expansion and growth, and it's been happening fast. And it is Aquarius season. And in Aquarius season, things manifest fast and things happen real fast, breakthroughs. Aquarius energy is all about that, the new and the innovative and the rebellion energy breaking through. So, yeah, it's been a week. So, 3 days ago, my husband went out of town for work and I'm at home with my son and everything. And he leaves and I just, the week before that, I had just been full of this, I gotta get things done energy, just trying to get so much done that I'm doing more in my mental than I'm actually getting done in the physical because I'm overloading myself and just stressing, I gotta get this done, gotta get it done, gotta get it done. So he went out of town and I'm still in the energy. And for whatever reason, no matter how much I try, I can't get nothing done. Myself, my spirit, whatever, would not let me take action, no matter how hard I try. So I had to surrender. And let me tell y'all, when I surrendered, man, started getting so many downloads. I started getting so many breakthroughs. Spirit started showing me things I needed to remove, boundaries I needed to lay down, things I needed to transform in my life. And I started following through on those things and just listening, following my promptings. And like I have reached a level of connection and high vibration that I cannot be sure I have ever felt. And if I did, it was only temporary and by accident. But right now, it was on purpose. I'm about to share a few of those things with y'all so y'all know what I'm talking about. So, yesterday, a lot of it happened yesterday. A lot of it took place yesterday. I had just finally surrendered and stuff, and Spirit said, I was supposed to be working out. I had all these things I needed to get done, for my tarot class and working out and all that. Spirit did not let me work out. I never got to the workout. I never got to do the class on nothing, the stuff I needed for the class. The Spirit started saying, you need to transform your business. You need to transform your business. Well, and I went and looked at another reader's website. I don't even know why I went over there. I went over there just to try to get an idea of how other people do things. And I got an idea to transform my business to doing my readings by recorded video and sending an email rather than doing the one-on-one live videos I do. I always do them through text messages or sometimes phone calls and videos, but whatever, it's an active live exchange, either way it goes. And that was sapping so much energy for me because they would keep asking a lot of questions, and me as a healer, I just can't stop. I feel like I got to keep giving you more and more and more and more and more to make sure you get it, to make sure that you okay and that you got all the information you need. But it was draining me because it would be like an hour, sometimes an hour and a half ongoing thing for a reading. So it'd be 30 minutes. And it started taking away time from my son, taking away time from my husband, taking away time from my family, not to mention time for myself. And then, because that was happening, my son had started getting lost in his video games because that's the way he escaped his problems, is his video games. He's 15 and sleeping all day. And for 3 days, was going by earlier this week while this was happening. And I'm just kind of out of it, not even noticing because I'm so hung up on what I need to get done. Right? So instead of me working out, instead of me, focusing on getting readings and doing my class and all of that, I sat down and took a few hours and transformed my entire website to transform and change all my services. Now, mind you, I do still have a option for a live reading, and it's the most expensive reading because that takes so much energy from me. And, I had thought about going this route before, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready because I did not trust myself enough, trust my intuition enough to be able to deliver messages without a direct energy contact with the person that I'm reading for. So I set it up, and after I did it, man, I'm telling you, so much weight lifted off of me. And then I had a couple of downloads earlier in the day yesterday about a couple different people I read for boundaries I needed to set with them. One, I needed to give her the regular price, like the same price I charge everyone else, because for a while I had been giving her a discount because, she was my regular. She had been coming to me for a while. Since the beginning, she had stuck with me, and I didn't feel comfortable raising the price on her because I was scared of how she was going to feel or whatever. And another one who, I had been telling her the truth of what Spirit was saying, but I was saying it in such a sugar-coated way. And that's not my style. I don't sugarcoat. But for whatever reason, I had felt the need to handle her with kitty gloves. And what was happening is she kept coming back and getting reads on the same thing because I was handling her with kitty gloves. And then, yesterday Spirit said, you need to figure out a way to take the kitty gloves off, because you don't need to keep taking this girl's money to tell the same thing. Because I started feeling uncomfortable about that. I don't like to take money from people just to get their money and just so they'll keep coming back. Like, that's not how I am or who I am. Like, it wasn't even that. It was literally me being too afraid to take the kitty gloves off with her because I was afraid she would not be able to handle it. And I usually don't have that problem, but for whatever reason with her. So, boom. I'm getting those downloads about those specific people. Boom, one of them hits me up and says, "Oh, I have to cancel my appointment. I have to reschedule it or whatever because, something happened." And I went ahead and took the liberty to tell her I had to raise the price. And she ended up telling me that she felt like she would have to wait for a while after that one, or needed to wait for a while because she don't think she needed readings as much anymore. And I went ahead and take the opportunity to tell her that I had also received that download. And it was crazy that we on that same vibe, and it just kind of made it easy for me to, make these changes. And then the other one, the one who I needed to be a little bit more tough with, show some tough love with, she came for her reading. Same day I got the download. And the cards came out harsh. I'm talking about harsh. There was no way. Spirit made it to where there was no way possible for me to make this message soft at all. So I had to really take the kitty gloves off and really deliver a harsh message. There was no way to be gentle with it. None. Spirit made it impossible. So she cried, and it was really upsetting for her. And, at first she got a little confused. She was like, well, before, you said this, man. And I'm like, yeah, and that was true. But I also gave you this advice, the same advice I'm giving you now, only I gave it a more gentle way. And she's like, yeah, that's true. So I never lied to her. I just didn't deliver the message in a way it needed to be delivered, because I was scared of her feelings. If it's just a Capricorn, I never had that problem. Not typically, I don't. Perhaps I think maybe what it was is I had gotten so personal with her or whatever. And then there may have been a subconscious lack in my vibration, like a form of lack, afraid to push her away in case, then she won't come back and spend money or whatever. So that part was definitely not conscious. But, when I reflected on it, I looked at it as subconscious. So I went through all these things, and then today, me and my son, I've been wanting to help him get his mental health better because I feel like he distracts himself too much, like I had told you earlier. This video on sleeping all day for the last 3 days, staying up late on video games, sleeping all day. He does virtual school. So I yesterday I asked him to show me his grades on his virtual school, and most of them was good, but it was a couple that I wasn't liking. And mind you, I'm not a big pusher about school, because I honestly don't feel like it's very beneficial for them. But the thing is it's a responsibility that as a parent he has to meet his academic goals, his requirements, in order for him to pass. So the whole thing for me about it is I don't want him giving up, and I don't want him to fail, and I want him to have the motivation and the inspiration and love himself enough to try as hard as he can at something, even if it's not something he likes, because it's a lesson he's going to need in life. Because even when we're pursuing something that we love, we got to push, especially because it makes us uncomfortable, So I'm really trying to teach him how to reprogram and do all the things and heal him in the way that I help heal y'all. And I had also been telling Spirit, I need a way to channel my energy toward healing my child and giving more attention to my family. And so that's when Spirit, gave me the way to transform my business, so it wouldn't take so much energy away from my home. Anyway, today, I told him, I looked at the grades. I said, okay, look, what's going on? So I looked through the stuff. I said, oh, you have some incomplete assignments here. Now, mind you, he does his work, but he was like, okay, well, it wouldn't let me complete those, so I just left him. I'm like, okay, well, we need to email the teacher. We need to figure out how to do it. Boom, he emails teacher. Teacher writes back. She tells him to get on a live session with her so that she can help him figure out how to do it, right? I tell him I had to go out and get some lunch, go to the grocery or whatever. Please get on the thing at 2 o'clock. Now, I left, no question, because usually when I ask him to do something, he do it. I get back, he's on the video game, and I say, well, did you get on the live? No. Why? Because I didn't want to. And me and my son have a very easygoing relationship most of the time. He has his moments, but I compromise, I negotiate with him. He's about to be 16. Like, I don't try to control. I'm trying to get out of that forceful, controlling parent, type of stuff that we had when we were growing up. So, I got upset and I was like, oh, you didn't want to. I was like, but instead of me yelling back with him, I just went in the living room and I unplugged the Wi-Fi. And he came out, going off to he gonna kill himself and he hates me and all this stuff. And even still, I didn't feed the energy back, because I was like, eventually he'll go in there and he'll sit in himself and maybe start to reflect. But right there, then and there came my opening. Almost as soon as I asked Spirit for, transformation and help me, heal my son and help him be healthy and stuff, came the opportunity to do so. And it all depended on how I reacted in the situation. But, and at first I was like, am I being too controlling, by taking it away? Did I do the wrong thing? So I went and did divination, I went and did a card, and Spirit basically told me, no, you did the right thing by setting boundaries. And also is helping him go self-reflect, because he's forced to sit there without the internet and go think. So yeah, y'all, I had amazing transformations, and I'm excited. It's making me excited. Like, I'm no longer scared of changes and the uncomfortable things that I have to do, because every time I've been through one of those things this week, and like I told you, it's happened fast, real fast, I reach a new point of connection, and I just feel it in my spirit. It's so joyful. It's like I'm flying, and also today, I went to the restaurant, y'all, sat down eating. I'm in my world. I'm zoned out, just thinking about my new way I'm doing business and everything I'm eating. I'm zoned out. It's like the restaurant is not even there. I get up, go pay my bill. It's a Chinese restaurant, so they don't speak English. And the lady was getting frustrated with me every time I kept trying to pay my bill, because she kept trying to tell me something I couldn't understand her. So she went and got somebody that speak English, and apparently somebody paid for my food on their way out of the restaurant. And I don't have no idea who it was, y'all. I don't even pay attention to nobody around me. So just a lot of good things like that have been happening, and I've just been getting in alignment with stuff and just, flowing things you don't expect, like this. And that's what starts happening when you get out of that uncomfortable, when you start getting out of the comfort zone and do the transformation you need to do. So when y'all got to realize, when y'all asking Spirit for something or you manifesting something, don't be surprised when a moment of something uncomfortable comes. And that's because that's the moment all of us want to give up and go back into the ego and go back into the negative cycles and stuff like that. And I'm telling y'all, that's the moment to do it. Look it in the face your fears, because after that moment, after you go through it, it's coming. The stuff that you want on the other side is for the purpose of it. You know what I'm saying? To create something new, we got to get out of the old stuff. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, and share my testimony with y'all. So if you're going through the process, please, you know what I'm saying, trust, have faith. It's taken me a long time to get here, and it don't just happen by itself. You have to reprogram, like I talk about to y'all all the time. I'm not going to go into a lecture about that today. I really simply just wanted to share my experience with you, to give you hope, to give you inspiration, and let you know to trust the process. Okay? All right, so Travis, that's all I got for you today. My link is in the description box for a personal reading or whatever. If you need that, just let me know. All right.